Hey guys, Jeremiah here. So today is late July of 2022, and I'm doing my annual greenhouse tour walkthrough. So I'll probably get this up on YouTube in the coming weeks. We'll see how busy I am, but come on into the Temperate greenhouse. So I will kind of give a walkthrough. As some of you know, it hasn't been a spectacular year for fly traps. So I actually just repotted a fair number of these about 2.5 weeks ago. So they take, I would say, a good month before they really start growing again after repot. Like here's one, Bastard Werewolf. As you can see, it's lost all the old traps, but the new traps look relatively healthy. Same thing with Alien. It's around 95 to 97 degrees outside today, so it is pretty toasty. This greenhouse gets to be about 90 degrees at its hottest. The swamp cooler will kick on at about 87. But as we move on down, I'm not entirely sure why it was such a rough year. I think I hit them with a fungicide that they didn't really appreciate, and they haven't quite bounced back from that. But after this repot, it should be pretty spectacular. Hopefully by the end of September, I'll get some really nice traps on these before the year ends. Manticore, Green Jaws Manticore, was by far my biggest fly trap this year. This one is just at 6 centimeters, so let's see if we can zoom in here. There we go. It is just a beautiful, beautiful trap, just 1 millimeter smaller than the world record Alien. Then we can see some Bloody Nurse behind it. Basmati is a new, relatively new arrival, also from Green Jaws. But again, all these were just repotted, so I kind of plan on a month of not all that great looking plants. Jaws Smiley, I repotted one of my pots of Jaws Smiley, but I left this one because it hates being repotted, at least in my care. I can show you what the one I repotted looks like, and it'll be a little while. Here's kind of a nice one, Kim Jong-un. This one I got from Carnivorous a little while back. It's just a really tiny start, and now it has a few different plants in there. As we move along down, you can see, again, fly traps just not how I want them to look, but I thought I would show you not every year is perfect. So as you all know, sometimes they're just not at their best. This is the Jaws Smiley. It actually was looking better than that one until I repotted it, but it pretty much drops all of its traps, and then we'll have to grow some new ones in the coming weeks. I'm getting the odd flower this time of year, so I've already cut off all of the other flowers that I collected seed on, so I will probably cut those off here in the following day or two. Then as you move along this way, these are the sales fly trap section, and they're looking pretty solid actually. Not quite as big as the mother plants, but none of them are super tiny. We have a beautiful Leah Wilkerson just back here, right in front of the swamp cooler. Just loves that spot, but is about outgrown this greenhouse. As we move on around, here's kind of a cool one. This is a little Belly of Blood. This one just gets spectacular colored pictures. Was able to cross this one with Leah Wilkerson this year, so we will see how that turns out. Here's one of the Chipola Giants. I think that is my clone number 2. Beautiful plant, lots of nice crosses coming up on these. When I repotted my mother plants, I did divide off some of the little offshoots. So these were also recently repotted. They will, again, take about a month before they look their best, but they're coming along. Then up on here, we have the Reptilian Rose crossed with Leucophila Pale number 8. This is just a solid plant year-round. It has kind of whitish pictures when they first open, like this one right here, and then as they age, they just get this beautiful, beautiful pink in color. We have the PI1 crossed with Montana. I think this is clone A. just a beautiful plant from Miroslav. As we move up here, this is Flava ornata, Damon's clone. Legacy over here is looking pretty solid. It'll be producing its fall and winter pictures here soon, which I think are personally my favorite. Over on this side, I did add one of these LED light strips on the side of the greenhouse that is closest to my house, because I was feeling like these weren't producing color on this side, which obviously now this LED light strip has helped a lot. Some of the flavas are starting to get a little crispy, but still have some beautiful color left. There's a beautiful red Morii back here that is just a beast. Let's see if I can kind of get a... it's just super dark, and that's just really, really nice. There's the Oreophilus Sand Mount number 4. Actually, when I was first at California Carnivorous, Peter gave me that as just kind of a nice gift. I think I was probably 13 or 14 at the time, and it's a beautiful clone of Oreo. As we move on around, we have the veinless form of Alata here. That is definitely an interesting one, very unique. And we'll just kind of give you a little overview, but because the Flytraps aren't looking at their absolute best this year, this is a relatively quick overview. Nothing major to report this year. Down on the floor, some of the tuberous sundews are still in their dormant state. Should be starting to think about waking up maybe in the next month. Might hit them with a little bit of water, but not much. If you guys have any other questions, this is my, what is this, a 12-foot by 16-foot Ryon greenhouse. I've had this one up and running for quite some time and still relatively happy with it. This fan is on 24/7, just blows a nice breeze across the fly traps, and the swamp cooler is only on once it gets above about 85 degrees. But thank you for coming with me on this quick tour. Glad you enjoyed it, and hopefully maybe make more regular YouTube videos, but we will see. As you can imagine, I keep myself relatively busy, but over and out, guys. Thanks so much.